Sister's a whore. What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris the Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? Happy Halloween to each and every one of you kooky motherfuckers out there. You like this? This is my default costume. I got this like 4 years ago. And I haven't really done anything since. Speaking of which, I don't generally do Halloween specials except for the one I'll put at the bottom corner of the screen at the end of this video. But since I didn't really have anything planned and I can't play Splatterhouse for the Atari I.O. High Score Squad Challenge, I said, you know what? Let's do an episode of Toys. I wish I still had. But talk about a really rad costume that I used to have that not too many people talk about. Do you remember Kooky Spooks?
This year there'll be goblins and bats, spacemen and cats. The Kooky Spooks are coming! Bonehead, Scary Spider, Owly Owl! Yes, the Kooky Spooks are here. The scary ready-made Halloween costumes that are worn on top of the head. And each kit comes with matching makeup instead of a mask that covers the face, plus poncho and safety tape. Kooky Spook costume kits, 9 zany characters to choose from.
Yeah, Kooky Spooks. You don't see too many people talking about them. It's all about the Ben Cooper, which, you know what, in all fairness, Ben Cooper ruled Halloween when I was growing up. The late 70s and early 80s, I was all about it. You were all about it if you were around then. If you weren't all about it, nor old enough to know what the fuck I'm talking about, it's basically a vinyl smock that you would put on that was flame retardant. That was very important. I wonder why that sticker had to be created. And then it would come with a vacuum form mask, a real thin plastic mask that never really fit properly. It had that elastic band that would rip into your hair. The eyeball things would poke into your eyes. And of course, we couldn't breathe out of them. It was the most horrific thing to wear on Halloween, and we did it every year. You couldn't go into a grocery store, you couldn't go into a drugstore or a toy store without an enormous wall of these. And let me tell you, if it existed, there was a Ben Cooper style costume. And I say style because there were a couple other companies that made them, but Ben Cooper was the creme de la creme. You know, I always went for like the Darth Vader or say E.T., but we're not here to talk about Ben Cooper. See? You see what I'm saying? We're here to talk about Kooky Spooks. A costume I remember very well from my childhood, and I wore for at least a minimum of 2 years. Now, when you speak about Kooky Spooks, I think a lot of you cats would probably remember more so the makeup kits that they put out. And not so much the brand name, but the images. Let me put up a picture here for you. You remember these? They were basically 2 or 3 grease paints that gave you an idea of something to do on your face, and then you'd have to go steal one of your mom's sheets to complete the costume. And it was a quick and easy thing. Alright, I didn't plan for Halloween, so let me just put some crap all over my face, rip up a sheet, and we're good to go. But the Kooky Spooks costumes, they're somewhat reminiscent of the Ben Cooper, but they had a gimmick. They had a really cool gimmick. You'd still have the smock. The smock had all the little characters in the front as if we knew who the fuck they were. And then there's, much like the Kong here, this giant inflatable monstrosity that you would strap to your head. And I remember it choking me all the time, even though I was a real little kid. But you would have the big inflatable thing, you'd have the smock, but then you'd have to hide your face. So it would come with this tube or a little thing of grease paint to cover your face and hopefully camouflage it. You know. I just remember it being the most horrific smelling stuff ever. And as excited as I was for the costume, I was never excited about that part. My mom slapping that crap on me. And I can still smell it to this day. And even though I despise the smell, again, for nostalgic purposes, it is the smell of Halloween. It is right up there with the smell of rotten leaves and the smell of the early burning of the fireplaces and that crisp autumn air. But regardless, that was the gist of it. Now, there was like 8 or 9 of them. I don't remember them all. I had to write down the names of these things. And they're based off of creepy animals, like bats and all kinds of crap. You had your typical pumpkin. They had names like Scaredy Cat and Mumpkin Pumpkin and Bonehead, which was your skeletal looking thing. Issy Bat, I-S-H-Y, Shy Bat, I don't know. Howlin' Owl, you know, goofy stuff. The one I wore for 2 years was the Wobbling Goblin. It was the green guy. I don't know if I wore the same one more than once. I'm pretty sure it popped. I'm pretty sure I popped it at the end of the year. But maybe it didn't. Maybe my parents patched it up and we're just like, we're not buying another costume next year. You still have all those Ben... I kept my Darth Vader one. I used to wear that thing all the time. Walking around talking about the dark side whenever my mom would start making her cookies. Like, God, I'm the dark side. You'll give me cookies, you know. That's a toy I wish I still had. And you know what? Looking on eBay, they're actually not very expensive still in the box to find. I don't think I saw any that I would have purchased that were more than $20. So, what are some wacky costumes that you had as a kid that were retail, but not too many people talk about? Much like the Kooky Spooks. And guys, with that, I hope you have a safe and wonderful Halloween. If you're going out to trick or treat, well, you shouldn't be watching this anyway. You're too fucking young. So piss off, kid. But if you have little ones or yourself, I hope you guys are out there having a good time. I hope you're being safe. I hope you try. It's fucking raining dogs out here. But we're still going to do it. We're not canceling Halloween and moving it. We're tough guys. And we're going to punch through it. Because it's fucking Halloween. But be safe out there. Remember, there's going to be a bunch of little kids running around having a good time. Not expecting cars to be on the road. Because why would cars be on the road? You know what I mean? But either way, I hope you're doing well. Leave a comment down below. Tell me about some wacky costumes that you had that not too many people may or may not remember. Thank you always so much for watching. Until next time, take care, creep it real, and bye-bye.